Last episode of Season 1. Did it hold up to its name? We'll find out in this review. Episode 22 of Star Wars Clone Wars starts off with the newsreel saying that despite the clones winning the last few battles, danger looms in the air as criminal minds think as they plot to seize members of the Senate. The real episode starts off with Cad Bane saying, "Here we go," as him and fellow bounty hunters get off a ship onto the Senate's landing dock. The few guards they encounter there, the bounty hunters easily kill and move on with the plan. Then it goes to Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala in the office. Anakin wants to get away with Padme for at least 2 weeks, but Padme can't because she has to argue against the bill. Anakin then gives Padme his lightsaber as a sign to show her she is the most important thing in his life. Senator Organa then walks in and calls Padme for the meeting in the lobby. It then switches back to Cad Bane and fellow bounty hunters as they destroy about another 20 guards after using a grenade to clear a room. All the senators then meet the bounty hunters in the lobby, and they're taken hostages by the hunters. Cad's servant turns the power off in the main control room, and therefore Palpatine is locked in his room. Palpatine's locked in his room with the senator. I forgot his name. It's weird. Back over at the lobby, Cad is taking all communications away from the hostages, but Padme can't give up the lightsaber that Anakin gave her. Cad asks for her device, but she sees Anakin on the second floor. But in noticing him, the bounty hunters do also, and Cheyenne, Alma, and an assassin droid are sent after him. Anakin does destroy the assassin droid, but is later captured by Aurra Singh, one of the hunters. Cad then tells Palpatine that he wants Senator Orn Free-Taa, that's the guy who's locked in the room with Palpatine, who was also locked in the room, to escort him to the Republic prison to free Zero the Hutt, who is currently being held. Palpatine agrees. As security for his hostages, Cad sends red line mines. Like if you touch the red line, everything explode. So around Padme and the hostages, and also Anakin, so they don't try to pull anything. Padme wakes Anakin up and gives him back his lightsaber. So Anakin drills a hole around the hostages with his lightsaber, and Padme and they all go down like a floor. I think they all go down a floor, evading the exploding mines set off by Cad after he rescues Zero the Hutt. The episode ends with Cad and the bounty hunters getting Zero the Hutt, therefore succeeding, and Anakin saving the hostages, Padme, and himself. And here we go with the notes. My question is, not my question of the week, just a question, is how come they have no higher defense in the Senate than guards? They don't have no real strong defense. They got guards. What are they good for? Cad destroys 20 with only one grenade. They should have you know what they have? They should have on the landing dock. They should have two turrets to come down, or Singh probably destroy them. They should have two turrets to come down because the Cad and the bounty others, they just drove in crashed they were in, but it was easy to them because there was no one stronger than that to block their evasion. But I just think that they need someone higher than those guards to defend such an important place in the Republic. We'll see if that happens in Season 2. And just in case you didn't know, I looked on StarWars.com, and the bounty hunter team, it consists of Cad Bane, Aurra Singh, that's the girl on the team, Robo Nino. I guess that's all the assassin droids, or is that little thing that shut the power off in the main control room. And Shahan Alama. He may not look familiar, but that's the guy from I guess he's a bounty hunter himself. Yeah, that's the guy from the bounty hunter team in Dooku Captured. Yeah, he's in this episode also. It's weird how in this episode Padme's not fighting back, not doing anything to think what's she gonna do to get out of this. And yeah, but this episode she's not fighting back at all. But in episode 17 and Bombay and in episode 17 about the virus and Bombay Jedi, she fights back. But I think maybe it's intimidation, because in episode 8 and episode 17 she didn't get intimidated by anything. This episode, because she's locked in a circle with the other senators, maybe she's intimidated. Or maybe it's Anakin. For some reason, he's holding her back in her mind, because she fought back against a virus in episode 17. Now, a virus, the scientists could have just threw a vial down. So I don't know why she was so scared in this episode, and she wasn't that scared in episode 17. Plus, in this episode, she had a lightsaber. She could have used it without chopping her arm off. And very weird ending. This is the season finale of season 1, and they let the bounty hunters get away. They should at least added some weird, scary music at the end to really drive the fact that the villains did win in the episode, but they didn't do that. So now it just seems like a regular. Well, I rated the episode a 4 out of 5. It was a great episode. This is what I want to say. This episode was a very villainy episode. It's like a villain episode. It was not a hero episode. It was a villain episode. The villains won. The villains got in and did what they had to do, and they got out. I rate this episode a 4 out of 5 because of the weird ending. I guess it's okay, but it just didn't like. You can write down below what your opinion was, and that's it. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and hasta la vista. Question of the week, brought to you by West Hotel. The question for this week is, if you could make one episode in season 2 of the Clone Wars, what would you make? How would you make it? And why? That's the question. I don't know what I would make, to tell you the truth. I'll make another Yoda episode. They never made one since episode 1. They're into episode 22, and the only time that they used Yoda was in the first episode. Huh. We get Yoda in episode 1 and nothing else. That's ironic. So yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, and just to let you know, next week I might make a Clone Wars season 1 in retrospect. I might review the whole season 1, so look out for that. And with this video, I'm also uploading 2 more. One about Star Wars deals at Target, because they're currently clearancing their Star Wars pocket model.